Contractions. A contraction is one word that is made by putting together two separate words and shortening them. Contractions know-how. There are about 70 contractions in the English language. Most contractions are made by leaving out two letters like the word she will, which becomes she'll. Some contractions are missing only one letter. Words are squeezed together. Contractions with I and am. Whenever there is a contraction with I must be capitalized. You will only use am with I in a contraction. Replace the A with an apostrophe and squeeze the words together. I plus am becomes I'm. Contractions with is. If is part of the two words that make up the contraction, you will leave out the I and replace with an apostrophe. Squeeze the words together. She and is become she. Remember the song we sang in class. He plus is becomes he. It plus is becomes it. And that plus is becomes that. Contractions with are. If are is part of the two words that make up the contraction, you will leave out the A and replace with an apostrophe. Squeeze the words together. They and are becomes their. We and are become we're. You and are become your. Contractions with will. If will is part of the two words that make up the contraction, you will leave out the W and I and replace with an apostrophe, and then you squeeze the words together. She plus will becomes she'll. I and will becomes I'll. They and will becomes they'll. We plus will becomes will, and he plus will becomes he'll. You and plus will becomes you'll. It plus will becomes it'll. Contractions with not. If not is part of the two words that make up the contraction, you will leave out the O and replace with an apostrophe. Squeeze the words together. Have plus not is haven't. Does plus not is doesn't. Is plus not is isn't. Do plus not is don't. Had plus not is hadn't. Must plus not is mustn't. Could plus not is couldn't. Would plus not is wouldn't. Should plus not is shouldn't. Can plus not is can't. Leave out one of the ends for cannot or can't. Will plus not is won't, not willn't. Just won't. Contractions with have. If have is part of the two words that make up a contraction, you will leave out the HA and replace the apostrophe and squeeze the words together. I plus have becomes I've. They plus have becomes they've. We plus have becomes we've. You plus have becomes you've. Contractions with had. If had is part of the two words that make up a contraction, you will leave out the HA and replace with an apostrophe. Squeeze the words together. I plus had becomes I'd. They plus had becomes they'd. We plus had becomes we'd. You plus had becomes you'd. Contractions with had. This is the last one. If had is part of the two words that make up a contraction, you will leave out the HA and replace with an apostrophe. Squeeze the words together. This one is tricky because you can is too. This one is tricky because you can is too. She plus has becomes she. He plus has becomes he. It plus has becomes it. That plus has becomes that. And that's all for contractions. Please remember to go over your song. So the song is just to help you remember how to form contractions. So you can sing that out loud to yourself so you kind of study and get to form contractions and maybe even break apart contractions on your head tomorrow. Alright. Bye-bye.